hear that? You hear that? There's some leaves under my feet that I'm kicking. Oh, look, I can see the veins. I love this one. It makes me always want to bat my eyes. Good morning. Welcome to Louis Ginter Botanical Garden Virtual Story Time. I'm Tarneshia, and today I'll be reading Fall Walk by Virginia Brimhall Snow. So friends, before I start the story, I want you guys to take a look at the leaves on this sugar maple tree and take a look at the leaves that is falling off of the tree onto the ground. What do you see? What colors do you see? Do you see green? I see green. Do you see brown? I see brown. What about on the ground? What colors did you see on the ground? Did you see any yellow on the ground? Yes, because it is fall. Right? That's the name of our story. It's Fall Walk. And that is what happens to the leaves in the trees in the fall time. They change colors and then they fall. What is your favorite thing about fall that you like? Let's take a look at this story and we'll see how these two friends and their Grammy enjoy fall on their walk. Let's go. I went for a walk in the leaves today. They rustled and crunched as I kicked them away. You guys hear that? You hear that? Well, you hear a lot of mulch. There's some leaves under my feet that I'm kicking. And also, friends, throughout this book, you will see different leaves, and they tell you, the author tells you, like, what's the name of the leaf? Here's a poplar, and that is a willow leaf. Red, orange, yellow, purple, and brown. They flew into the air and then fluttered down. Take a look at the child here. It looks like he's trying to catch falling leaves. That's a really fun thing to do in the fall. My granny told me the name of each one. Remembering was hard, but I still had fun. This is sycamore. And there's a flowering pear leaf. I twirled and ran and jumped in a pile. Scattering the leaves made Grammy smile. Have you guys started raking leaves at your house? See these leaves? They're mulberry. And this big red one is a choke cherry. As I looked closer, I saw red, gold, and green, with veins edge to edge and small ones in between. And look at him, he's using a magnifying lens to look closely at the leaves. He's checking out all the veins in the leaves. Maybe we'll do that after the story. Wind lifted leaves up and whirled them around. I joined in their dance till they fell to the ground. Here's another one of my favorite leaves. I love sassafras. Fall colors on the mountain glowed in the sun. From the autumn leaves, their work almost done. Here's an oak leaf. Friends, do you remember what grows on oak trees? Do you guys remember from some story times before? Acorns. Acorns grow on oak trees. The maple leaf was all spiky and red. I held round aspen leaves that turned yellow when dead. And that's what happens to all the leaves in the ground, friends. Once they fall off the tree, they're dead. But it's okay, it's still good for the soil. And here's a maple. Remember I told you, we are sitting under a maple tree right now. Leaves from the peach tree were pointed and gold. I told my Grammy, there are too many to hold. Did you guys know that peaches grow on trees? Yes. Most of the yummy fruit that we love to eat grow on trees. So, we pulled out a bag at the end of the day, and Grammy told me as we started away. What do you think Grammy told them? What do you think she told them? Let's take a few home to press in a book. When you want to remember, open and look. So they're going to take a few home with them. Here's another one of my favorite leaves. I love the ginkgo leaf. Can you guys tell me the shape of a ginkgo leaf? Do you think it's an oval? Do you think it's an oval like a football? Or do you think it's a square? Or maybe it's a triangle. So a triangle has how many sides? 3. 1, 2, 3. It also looks like a fan. And we're at the end of the story. But the author and illustrator, Virginia Brimhall Snow, she has some really fun activities at the end of the story. Like this is one that she has here. It says, can you match the leaf to the tree it comes from? And then she gives you all the answers. Well, she gives you the answers in the back of the book. But these are all the different trees that we saw throughout the story. But I have a fun game that I like to play that's called Match the Seeds to the Tree It Comes From. Stay tuned for the activities portion of story time, and I will show you how to play that fun game of Match the Seeds to the Tree It Comes From. Hello friends, welcome back. Remember I told you we were going to play a game called Match the Seeds to the tree that it comes from. I have in the tray, let's count our leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I have 6 leaves. And I'm going to tell you guys a little later how to make these leaves. These are actually real leaves that I pressed and laminated. Because in the story, remember I told you at the end of the story, the author and illustrator gave fun activities at the end, and that was one of the activities, like how to press leaves. Well, do you guys remember this leaf from the story? This is a sycamore leaf. This is one of the leaves that we saw in the story. And I'm going to hold up 2 seeds, and I want you to tell me which one do you think the seed belongs to. So which of you guys think the spiky or the round? Let us know. Which one do you think? You are right if you said the round. This seed goes with this leaf. This leaf and this seed came from a sycamore tree. Ready for the next one? Let me put this down. Do you guys remember this leaf from the story? Remember that one? This is a sweet gum. And it kind of reminds me of the shape of a star. The star has how many? 5 sides. Would you like to count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm going to hold up 2 seeds. I want you to tell me which seed you think matches this leaf. You ready? Haha. Let's see. You think it's the spiky one? Or this little teeny one that looks like a wing? Which one? Did you guys say the spiky one? You're absolutely right. So this seed goes with this leaf. This is a sweet gum seed pod that grows on a tree, and this is a sweet gum leaf. And the reason I say it's a seed pod is because this little thing holds the seeds. And if I had my magnifying lens in my hand, which I should, I could see the teeny tiny seeds are still in there. Let's do the maple. I'm just going to show you the maple seed. So this is the maple seed, guys. And this is a maple leaf. Do you guys remember that oak? We saw an oak leaf in our story. But there are lots of different oak trees, friends. Oak trees are fun to explore. I have 3 different oak leaves in my hand. I have a sawtooth oak leaf, I have a burr oak leaf, and I have an overcup oak leaf. And let's take a look at all 3 different acorns. Look at how different they are. Right? This is a burr acorn. This one is an overcup. They kind of look alike, don't they? And this one doesn't look like a bunch of eyelashes. I love this one. It makes me always want to bat my eyes. So this one is called a sawtooth oak. We've played the game. And also told you in the book, the author tells us how to press leaves. And then after we talk about pressing our leaves, we're going to do a leaf rubbing. Okay? Now, we are going to do a leaf rubbing. So these are some leaves that I dried. I put them in a book. And the best time to get leaves is when they have fallen to the ground, friends. During the fall time, like right now. And you pick them up and you take them and you put them in a big book. Maybe like an old book that your parents or your family or someone's not using or that you're not using anymore. And you put them in between pages and leave them in there for at least a week. Just so they can dry out a little bit and then they'll become flat just like this. So, and either you can laminate them like I did my leaves, or you could just leave them like this. So do you guys remember what this leaf is? Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you guys remember what this star-shaped leaf is called? Did you guys say sweet gum? Yes. So I'm going to do a leaf rubbing of this sweet gum. And what you need is, you need some paper. Any kind of paper will do, friends. And you need a crayon with no paper on it. So the next time you guys get those broken crayons, don't throw them away. Peel the paper off and use them for rubbings. You ready? I'm going to put the leaf under my paper and then I am going to rub it. You ready? Really hard. Oh, look, I can see the veins. Well, all I can see is the veins, friends. Well, it's coming out. For the sake of time, I'm just going to show you a little bit. See that? And I will do the laminated leaf. Do you guys remember what this leaf is? This is a maple. I'm going to do the maple. And I'll do the maple with the brown crayon. You guys ready? Oh, take a look at the maple. It's coming through. down, you see the maple. And you see this sweet gum. Lastly, we are going to do a tree rubbing. And I'm going to take my brown crayon, and guess what? I can reuse this paper. Instead of getting another piece of paper, I'm just going to flip it over and use that side where it's clean. Are you ready? Let's go. So, friends, we're going to do one more activity. We're going to do a tree rubbing, and I have my crayon, and I'm going to use the blank side of the paper. Remember, I did the leaves. I'm going to use this side for the tree. But before we start, I want to show you something. Do you see this? That is a daddy long legs. And there's some spider webs on this tree. Be careful of the living things that's on the tree before you start your rubbing. You don't want to disturb them. And you guys ready? So I'm going to place my paper on the tree. And I'm going to rub the bark. You guys see that? That is cool. Do you see it? There you are. You can see the bark of this maple tree right on the paper. Well, friends, that's it for this week. I hope you guys had fun and you enjoyed our story. Be sure to let us know what your favorite part of fall is. What do you like most about autumn? For me, I love all things pumpkin. I love when the leaves are falling. I like watching the leaves in the trees change. Claudine, what do you like most about fall?
The weather.
Oh, my friend Claudine says she likes the weather. What about you? Be sure to let us know. We want to know. See you next week.